Hello, this is James Arthur Ray, the author of the New York Times bestseller Harmonic Wealth, as well as my latest book, The Life Unleashed Blueprint: How to Live Life on Your Own Terms, Harness Your Unique Genius, and Have Maximum Impact in and on the world. Now, let me ask you a question. What are you really committed to? Instant success or a lifetime legacy? And there's no value in lying to yourself, by the way. Now, the world is replete. It is filled with people who are looking for instant success. And, while this may have always been the case, it appears to be more so the case now than ever. Check out social media, check out all kinds of media, and you will find consistently the marketing that says you can do it quick and you can do it easy. But the fact is, there is no quick and easy. Certainly, if it's going to be a lasting legacy. And so, what you must commit yourself to, if you truly want to leave a lasting legacy, which I believe and research proves we are all hardwired to do in our own way, to bring our greatness to the world in our own way. Greatness defined as accomplishing the thing that you choose to accomplish in the area you choose to accomplish it, and accomplishing it to a degree of mastery. Now, watch the video again, because I know that's kind of a tongue twister, but if you didn't get it, it's worth rewatching. You have to make a commitment to mastery above and beyond your comfort. Now, that's a tough one. But the fact is that study after study after study of those who reach a level of mastery, those who reach a level of greatness in their craft, were not overnight successes. Whether it's the Beatles, whether it's Mozart, whether it's John Coltrane, whether it's Stephen Jobs, Bill Gates, the list goes on. Let me just give you a couple of examples. Maybe you are familiar with John Coltrane, maybe not. If you're a jazz advocate, or if you love jazz, you're certainly familiar with John Coltrane, possibly the greatest jazz saxophone player of all times. Now, Coltrane's mentor was Charlie Parker. When he heard Charlie Parker play, he was transfixed. By the way, all these things that I'm sharing with you here, I share in much greater depth and detail in my weekly blog. Go to www.jamesray.com/JR, like James Ray, -blog, and you can read in more depth and detail what I'm covering at a high level here. John Coltrane worked for 10 years after hearing Charlie Parker play. He said, man, I don't know how he does that, how he makes that saxophone sing, but I'm going to find a way to become that masterful. And he worked for 10 years, studying all types of music, not just jazz, finding a way to synthesize all types of music and to bring his uniqueness to the world. He used to practice with such intensity that the reed on his saxophone would be bloody from his lips just being blown to shreds. And many would argue that John Coltrane changed jazz music for the entire world, but it took him 10 years. Now, this is not news. Bill Gates toiled away for well over 10,000 hours. Being the little geek that he was, working on his craft when massive mainframes were the mainstay. Massive mainframes were the way to go. No one was thinking about personal computers and microchips. And Gates was toiling away in obscurity for well over 10,000 hours. When the market shifted, he was positioned to master the market. You follow me? And so these things don't happen by accident. They don't happen overnight. Mozart, his father Leopold had him start playing the saxophone when he was 4 years old. He worked and worked and worked until he was 14. There it is, 10 years again. And only at 14 was he considered a child prodigy. But fast forward 10 years more, when he was in his 20s. Only then was he considered to bring his most masterful pieces to the world. So 20 years. You see, very few people in today's world are willing to do an apprenticeship. But let me promise you this. You cannot command the stage until you have worked diligently, consistently, and long hours on the front row of the audience. You follow the metaphor? So, I meet basically two kinds of people. Those people who want the magic fix, the super quick pill, or the enchanted sauce. And I can't work with those people. Frankly, I just can't, because they're too romanticized in their thinking. The second type of individual, hopefully, is you. The person who's willing to roll up their sleeves, do the work, stay the course, and commit to mastery over convenience and comfort. If you are willing to do that, when you are willing to do that, you will not only live a happy, meaningful, and fulfilled life, but you will leave a legacy for long, long years after your lifetime has finished. And isn't that what you really want to do? I hope I've given you some things to think about. Until we speak again, as always, stay awake, love life, and be epic.